Hey guys, welcome back to SG Car Mart Reviews. I'm Julian. If you are looking for something that's the epitome of luxury, ample space, colossal amounts of power, and of course, highly desirable, well, there's always the Aston Martin DBX 707. If you're thinking about selling your car, try Quotes. Quotes helps you sell your car quickly and easily. With the new Quotes doorstep, get a professional inspection by our certified mechanics at your convenience, anywhere on the island. Quotes will then auction out your car online to its wide network of dealers to bid on your car. Once bidding is complete, Quotes will update you with the best offer price at no obligation. It's that easy. To find out more, visit quotes.com.sg. That's QUOTZ.com.sg. The Aston Martin DBX 707 is priced at $999,000 without COE and options. The 4-litre V8 twin-turbocharged engine produces 697 brake horsepower and 900 Nm of torque. The 9-speed transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.3 seconds. The Aston Martin DBX 707 has a claimed fuel consumption figure of 7 km per litre. For more details on the Aston Martin DBX 707 or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now, this car may be an Aston Martin SUV, but it's not like Aston created something that made it look completely weird. One look at it and you instantly know that it's an Aston Martin. Even if we cover the moniker up, you'll still know that it is an Aston Martin. It's like a blown up proportion of a Vantage of sorts. So which is always a good thing, right? You have vents here, you have larger than life grille here, all to cool down that 4-litre V8 inside. Now, this Aston Martin DBX 707 has been kitted with an optional 23-inch wheels. Standard will be 22, but this is 23, which I reckon is the perfect size because it looks really, really nice, right? Also, option will be this carbon fiber bit here, as well as the wing mirror. In standard form, this will just be in gloss black. Of course, the Aston Martin also gets nicely flush door handles, making it look very slick and very nice, and also for the sake of aerodynamics. Now at the rear, things get a little bit messier. I mean, you get curving lights right here. I mean, no doubt it spans the width of the rear, but it's a bit too much. A lot of things happening with like quad tailpipes, diffuser, branding, badge. There's a lot of things going on. But it still looks very modernized, and because of this whole portion, makes the DBX 707 very much more aggressive. Now get this, also another option that comes with the car is the hands-free electric tailgate. Once that's done, you'll be faced with 638 litres worth of hauling capacity. It's deep enough that you'll pass the anti-trolley length test as well as the luggage test and a lot of some other barangs. But the best part of all about this boot is there's no load lip, so you can actually slide things out very, very easily. If it's heavy like the luggage, you can also just slide it out like this. Small issue. I mean, I reckon Aston Martin got it right with this boot. Also, because the car comes with air suspension, right? These buttons here can actually help you operate the height of the car. And if you need to knock the seats down, these buttons here will do the job as well. See that? So it's pretty convenient, it's pretty nice. It doesn't fold completely flat, but it'll get the job done. So where the DBX 707 differentiates itself from the regular DBX is that it comes with soft closing as standard. Now at the back, it is a lovely place to be. This place just screams luxury really, but first things first, right? I'm still getting ample leg room as well as headroom, and that's to be expected. I'm about 1.6 meters tall. Someone who's as tall as 1.8 meters will definitely be able to fit inside here, no issues at all. But here's where it gets interesting, right? If you look at the leather color carefully, it's actually in dark blue hue. It's very nice, very luxurious, very nicely done, very classy actually. It's actually an option. That includes the whole two-tone seat color. All these are all an option. As a matter of fact, you can actually opt to have any colors that you want. If you decide to have pink, you can actually do it. This sort of shows you how bespoke Aston Martin is, how much they want to stay exclusive in the market. with the DBX 707. If I move on to the center, it feels very soft. You have a slight hum here, but it's wide enough for me to put my feet up, so to just cram a little bit to fit your other buddies at the side, right? But if not, you'll sort of eat a little bit into the shoulder room, but that's to be expected in a car this size. It's still not so bad, it's still very forgivable. You can definitely squeeze 3 inside here, no problems at all. If you're a family man, no worries. ISOFIX points here, and if it's just the two of you guys, knock this down. The soft leather stuff here. I mean, you can have a cup of coffee, put your phone here. I wouldn't recommend drinking coffee inside here because the guy in front might just drive like a madman. I mean, it is a 4-litre V8, so your coffee will be like, woo. If it's a hot weather like this, right? Crazy scorching weather, no sweat because the rear seats actually it actually has ventilation, which is great. I won't use the heating function, obviously. Climate controls all here. You don't just have air vents here, you have air vents here as well as with the other side. And of course, speakers to enjoy your tunes. You also have USB ports here. The thing that I don't quite get in this cabin is this really small, short magazine holder. I don't know what you can put inside here because this don't quite look A4 to me. So I don't know what you can put here. You know, you can put your phone. I don't know. Yeah, you can put your phone. That'll work. But other than that, wonderful place to be. So the luxury theme continues at the helm with an added element of sportiness, right? You have this multifunctional steering wheel with this nice metal. Can you hear that? Pedal shifters. While most pedal shifters in the market comes like plasticky stuff, Aston Martin does it very, very well. But the first thing you'll notice really is just the myriad of buttons right here. Now, when all different car makers are putting everything inside the screen, Aston Martin decides to put it all here physically, which is obviously the best thing to do at this point in time. I mean, maybe it's because I'm not used to it, but I still prefer physical buttons, right? So you have different drive modes here. So you can toggle between individual, GT, Sports or Sports Plus. Now doing thus sort of gives you different characteristics of the car. You can adjust the exhaust valves here. You have some safety systems here, air suspension here. You even have the suspension, adaptive suspension settings right here. Everything you need is all here, including the volume control, which is all very nice. However, I do feel that it's just too many things going on. There's just a lot of things going on. So you kind of need time to get used to all of this because a casual observer or casual driver could actually come in thinking that this knob actually controls the screen, the infotainment, but it's not. This actually controls the drive modes. What controls here is this nice rotary knob here. It's a bit squeezy, you sort of need time to get used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really just plug and play, right? This, obviously, you have all your radio, your media, your telephone, your navigation is all inside here. So most of the stuff, it's all here. You also get ventilated seats right here, which is my favorite. Auto hold, on the other hand, there's no physical button. You actually just have to pump the brakes like Aston Martin, like Mercedes-Benz, and the car will be an auto hold. Elsewhere, this you see is actually an option. This carbon fiber bit here, it's an option. You also get wireless charging right below here. It's a bit tricky, right? So what happened to me was I put my phone there and I forget that my phone was actually there all this time, and I drove and I left, went back to the office, leaving my phone in the car. So you sort of need to get used to it. Stuff like that. 2 cup holders here. Open this up and you have 2 USB ports here as well. So it's relatively functional, it's very sporty, and of course, unlike other car makers, unlike other brands, all your drive controls are here. I suspect it's because there's just no space here anymore. That's why start stop is here, your PRND is all here. Makes someone short like me a little troublesome because every time I need to reverse, I can't reach the buttons. I will have to do this. So sort of need time to get used to it. Other than that, it's a lovely place to be. It is an Aston Martin after all, so the most important thing is, can this car drive as well as it looks? One way to find out. So the Aston Martin DBX 707 that we have right here is kind of special in many ways, really. And the first thing that comes to mind really is the name of the car, 707. As mentioned before, this name is derived from the fact that the car is capable of 707 PS, which after converting to brake horsepower, which we always do, is about 697 brake horsepower, which is derived from the 4-litre V8 power plant up front. It's good for 900 Newton meters of torque, and as a result, finishes a century sprint in about 3.3 seconds. So Aston Martin wasn't kidding around when they said that this was the most powerful, luxurious SUV in the market right now, because even the Lamborghini Urus isn't as powerful and it isn't as quick. So yeah, I suppose there's some truth to that. But when I first saw the car, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh man, this is a really huge car. It's going to be a problem driving this car around town, on highways even, keeping on the lanes, but not quite, because it's the sort of sports car, sports SUV that just shrinks around you as you drive, or even the faster you go. Like for sure, I know I'm in the middle of the lane, the sides, even though they're all swelled up, they're not out of the lane. I mean, you gotta understand, you know, I'm not exactly the best driver in town. I make my mistakes, fair share of mistakes as well, right? But this car just instills confidence. And it's not just about the size, it's also the way it drives. There's ample grip from the tires, it holds its own very well, but of course you can't defy the physics, the laws of physics. I mean, when you go around the bend a little too quick, you can feel its heft. You can feel the heft, you can feel a bit of roll, but it's always in control because of the stiff suspension, right? But even though it's stiffer than most, as an SUV, it's still relatively complete. You can still fetch the kids. This is like a super soccer mom car, right? You can still send the kids to school. There's ample space at the back, ample boot space. It drives like hell. So there's very little to complain about, other than the fact the DBX 707 will set you back $999,000 excluding COE and options. The regular DBX, on the other hand, is $100,000 lesser. That's $899 excluding COE and options. Which is quite a fair bit of money if you ask me. Actually, it's not quite a fair bit, it's a lot of money if you ask me. But I can see where Aston Martin is going with this. You know what I mean? Like, it's so exclusive, it's so highly desirable, it looks good, at least to me in my eyes, it drives very well, it's very well rounded, it's mighty quick. I mean, performing overtaking maneuvers is just like this. And most of the time, you're doing it for the kick rather than the need to overtake. At least that's for me. And when people see you coming down the road, they all give way. So getting from point to point to me is just such a cinch, man. So, big conclusion, right? Big question for the big car. Is the Aston Martin DBX 707 a will buy, won't buy, or go try? For me, it is a won't buy, unfortunately, and you know the reason, man. This car is gonna set you back $999,000 without COE and options. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to a family man like myself. That said, I can actually understand where Aston Martin is coming from. I can see the appeal of the car. I mean, it's great to drive. It looks good. The interior is to die for. It's so exclusive and it's highly desirable, right? And I've always loved the brand. But the problem is, it's just too much for me to swallow. But I say that I can understand simply because obviously I am not one of the target audience of Aston Martin. But still, I can understand where the brand is coming from. So that is really the main reason why this is going to be a won't buy for me. However, that said, if I had to choose between the two, the DBX or the DBX 707, if money wasn't a problem and if I really had to choose between these two, I would take the DBX. Because the 707 is more like just a boasting ride. Like if you go to a restaurant, take out your key fob, put on the table, and people ask you, oh, what car are you driving? Which model are you driving? And you can say DBX 707. Kind of rolls off your tongue very nicely. Kind of tells people that, you know what, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know my cars well. So it's really just about boasting rights, but I wouldn't really care much about it. I'll just go for the regular DBX. The second problem that I have, which is a very small problem, which the regular DBX also has, by the way, is the fact that the gear buttons are just really far off. For someone as short as I am, driving this car is a bit of a problem. I have to deal with this on a daily basis. I've got to keep getting out of my seat just to press park and reverse and stuff, and it kind of gets annoying after driving the whole day. So that's just another pet peeve of mine, because mind you, this is something you have to deal with on a daily basis, and it wouldn't be something that I want. So yes, there you have it. I won't buy this car. So there you have it, guys. That's the review of the Aston Martin DBX 707. what a lovely car, but it's just too much for me to swallow, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed the review as much as I've driven the car. Please do share this video with your friends and family, and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also hit the bell notification up there so that you'll be notified every time you upload new videos. And of course, comment in the comment box below to let us know what you think about this car. Is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? In the meantime, do not forget to follow us on TikTok. Our handle is @SGCarMart. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, be well. Ciao. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I haven't thought about it yet. What was the car that you wanted to talk about? CHR. I like this car, don't get me. Wow, a lot, damn messy. Messy, no. No, the.
My cough was caught on camera.